married woman, and why you should not explore polyamory and non-monogamy with a married woman, and why you should not explore polyamory and non-monogamy without full consent. By Aunt Corey, relationship coach she heard. Family. Let's talk. Let's talk about that married woman you've been DMing, winking at across the gym, or secretly daydreaming about while you stir your coffee. Yeah. Her. Now, I've spent years in the trenches of relationships, coaching, counseling, and occasionally handing out tissues and reality checks. And I'm here to tell you, getting tangled up with a married person without full transparency is not spicy. It's messy. And don't come at me with, but Aunt Corey, what if she's polyamorous? What if she says her husband knows? Okay, if she's genuinely practicing ethical non-monogamy with everyone's informed consent, that's a very different animal. But if she's sneaking around like she's auditioning for a Netflix drama, honey, you're not exploring polyamory, you're exploring trouble. Let's break this down with 5 points. And yes, I'm quoting from The Ethical Slut by Dossie Easton and Janet Hardy, because those ladies were dropping wisdom before Tinder was even a thing. 1. Consensual versus non-consensual isn't just semantics, it's everything. Easton and Hardy wrote, "Sex is nice, and pleasure is good for you." But they also stress that ethical non-monogamy is built on radical honesty. If you're sneaking around with someone's spouse, guess what? That's not radical honesty. That's radical heartache waiting to happen. And when it all blows up, everybody's crying and nobody's coming. 2. Transparency protects your soul and theirs. When all partners are in the loop, you're building on solid ground. When one partner's in the dark, that's quicksand. I've coached men who swore it was just fun. 6 months later, they're sobbing into their whiskey because her husband found out, and now there's chaos, kids caught in the middle, and a reputation scorched like overcooked barbecue. 3. Polyamory without ethics is just cheating in fancy clothes. If you're curious about non-monogamy, read The Ethical Slut, or listen to therapists like Esther Perel who say, the quality of our relationships determines the quality of our lives. And nothing lowers the quality faster than lying. Don't wrap your infidelity in a bow and call it polyamory. That's like slapping Gucci on a trash bag. 4. You deserve to be a full partner, not a secret side quest. Listen, sugar, if she's hiding you, you're not her partner. You're her plot twist. You deserve to be loved in the daylight, not just in the DMs at midnight. And if she's married and not fully transparent with everyone involved, that's not a relationship. That's a heist. 5. Exploring relationship dynamics means involving all partners. Here's the grown folk truth. If you genuinely want to explore non-monogamy, it has to be a conversation, not a conspiracy. You sit down with everyone, yes, including the husband, and you talk boundaries, feelings, and expectations. It's awkward. It's vulnerable, but that's what makes it ethical. As Easton and Hardy put it, anything worth doing is worth doing with full communication. So why shouldn't you dive in with that married woman without transparency? Because you are worth more than being someone's secret. Because her marriage deserves the respect of honesty. Because ethical non-monogamy is not a loophole, it's a skill set built on trust. And because, darling, I don't want to see you on my couch 6 months from now saying, Aunt Corey, she said it was fine. No, boo. If it's not fine with everybody, it's not fine at all. Stay honest, stay bold,